Hello, everyone. This is Callie Teegardin. I am coming live out of Sugar Land, Texas tonight, and I am really excited to have my dear friend, Matt Shorty Wells, on the line with us tonight. So are you there, Matt? You want to say hello to everyone?
Yes, ma'am. Hi, Callie. Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. So thanks for being on with me tonight. I'm going to share with our guest a little bit about SendOutCards, and then I'm going to come back and have you talk a little bit about your story and why you are part of SendOutCards and how you're using it in business as well, if that works for you.
Yes, ma'am. Excited. Looking forward to it.
Awesome. Excited to have you. So welcome everyone to our SendOutCards presentation tonight. As I mentioned, my name is Callie Teegardin. I am coming live out of Sugar Land, Texas. And the information we're going to share with you tonight is how you can use SendOutCards to build better relationships in your personal life, your professional life, or both. And it's the holiday season. So if you're looking for a simple way to send out holiday cards or gifts and cards to your friends, families, your business contacts, then you are at the right place tonight. And the information that we're going to share with you could literally change your life. I know you've heard all that before, but if you take the information and apply it, if you go out and build better relationships, it can completely transform you. And that's what happened to me. Let me tell you a little bit about my story. I got started in this business because I was looking for something. You see, I thought I had done it all right, went to college, got a great education, went into the corporate world and made six figures by the time I was 30, the American dream, except I was miserable. Absolutely miserable in the corporate world. And it wasn't so much my job, it was that my boss and my company owned my life. I was spending 70% of my time on the road. I had 12 days of vacation, and I knew the next 35 years of that was so not an option for me. So what did I do? Well, I went out and I started a business part-time alongside my full-time job. And in that business, I was looking for a simple way to send birthday, holiday, and thank you cards to my clients, because my mom raised me that it was really important to send like thank you notes, but it was something that was really hard for me. It was time consuming. And so I came up with this brilliant idea to hire my neighbor's mom to do all my birthday and thank you cards. Well, one of my friends, who was also a client, one of actually my best friends, got one of my birthday cards. And when she got it in the mail, she called me up and said, "Hey, I got your birthday card." And I'm like, "Great." And she was like, "That wasn't your handwriting." And in that moment, I knew a good gesture had gone wrong. So I was looking for something. A few months later, I found SendOutCards, and it was truly the answer to my prayers. That was 8.5 years ago. And finding this service, had no idea what it was going to lead to. But I fell in love, and so I decided to share it with other people as well. And now, because of SendOutCards, I truly own my life. I get to choose how, when, and where I work and play. And it's because I first fell in love with our product. So let me tell you a little bit about our company. SendOutCards was founded in 2003 by Cody Bateman. We're headquartered in Salt Lake City, Utah, and we're a member of the Direct Selling Association. You see, it was Cody's goal to take the greeting card and gifting business from a traditional brick and mortar type of business to an online click and order, just like Amazon did for books, Netflix did for movies, and iTunes did for music. And if you think about it, these three companies are multi-billion-dollar household names because they've made our lives easier. We always say they've crushed an inefficiency in the marketplace, but really they've made our lives easier. Just think about it. Amazon has changed the way not just change the way we purchase books, but so many other items, right? We don't go to a store anymore. I needed some box of tissues the other day, and now I have 18 boxes because I didn't want to go to the store and I went to Amazon, right? If you think about Netflix, completely changed the way we rent movies. We no longer go to a movie store. No, we sit on the sofa, we pick up the remote, and we hit the Netflix button, and we have thousands of choices on demand. And iTunes, well, they have done the same thing for the music business. We don't go to music stores anymore. And we don't buy full albums or CDs either. We buy individual songs right off our smartphones and tablets. Well, SendOutCards is doing the exact same thing in the greeting card and gifting business. The days of going to a store are over. Now, from your smartphone, your tablet, or your computer, you can pick a card, you can add your own message in the card, and get this, you can do it in your own handwriting and signature. You can even add your own photos, and when you hit send, SendOutCards will print, stuff, stamp, and mail that card for you, and they'll do it for less than what you would pay in the store, right? Because you see, we are in a digital revolution today. Just think about this. The largest taxi company today owns no taxis. That company, Uber. The largest telecom company owns no lines. That company, Skype. The largest media owner creates no content. That company, Facebook. And look at it, Matt. You and I are creating content on Facebook right now as we speak. The largest movie house today, we've already talked about this one, owns no cinemas. That company, Netflix. The largest software vendors do not create the apps, Apple and Google. And soon to be the largest greeting card and gift company has no stores. That company, SendOutCards, and the company you're hearing about tonight. And to me, there's two things that make SendOutCards so powerful. One is when we like something, we tend to tell other people about it. And that's the business model that SendOutCards is based upon. The second is SendOutCards is truly the best relationship building program in the world. Our users have sent over 140 million greeting cards and over 7 million gifts in the past 13 years. And we are in our busiest season right now. We're fast approaching December. And on our busiest day, we will send out 1 million cards, right? That's just crazy. SendOutCards is the #1 buyer of first-class stamps, and we're the largest on-demand variable printer in the world. And our cards, well, you can create them from your computer or from your smartphone. And it doesn't matter if you're an Android user or an iOS user, because we have an app for both. Because just face it, we live in a world where things get done on the go, right? Look at all these things we do from our smartphones. We communicate, we do our social media, we check news, weather, and sports. I don't know about you, but living in Houston, I always check the weather, especially this time of year, to see what clothes I need to wear. We get directions. I'm always looking for the fastest route. We take pictures, lots and lots of pictures. Do you know, as a civilization, we have taken more pictures in the last 5 years because of these smartphone devices than we have in all the years previously combined. And now with SendOutCards, you can also do business right from your smartphone. So what we have found in business is that 70% of the need in business is to say, thank you, it was nice to meet you, or I look forward to working with you. So we've created a first impression kits that are 3 pearl white and 3 satin black that actually have these messages already written for you. So let me show you how simple it is to use SendOutCards. So this is our app. You can go into our app and create a photo card. So put your own photos on the front. You can do a thank you card, a birthday card. If you scroll down, there's holidays and lots others. Or you can click on where it says campaigns, and you can pull up these first impression cards. So we're going to go to the white new possibilities by just clicking on it, and there's the front of the card. And now all I have to do is swipe to the left, and it brings up the inside left. Now we talk about how all of our photos are on our phones these days. So when this prints, I can have that handshake automatically default, or I can tap where it says your photo here, go into my camera roll, and load my own photo. I can swipe to the left again, and it already has a pre-written message for me. So if you're not sure what to say, we make that easy as well. Or if you're wordy like me, you can overwrite the message with your own message. If you swipe to the left again, you also have the ability to brand the back of the card. Now you're ready to select who this card's going to, so you can select them from your contact manager or from the contacts in your phone, and now you're ready to submit. And when you do, a real card will go out in the mail, and it looks like this. Let me show you a couple other card examples. This is a photo card. That's me at Top Golf last summer. I had met Michelle. He's a real estate broker. So we took a selfie, one of my favorite things. And I pulled out my phone, sent him this card. That is my handwriting and signature in the card. How cool is that? I added our famous 2-pack of brownies and hit send. It took me about 2 to 3 minutes and cost me just over $10. Now think if I had to get into my car and do the same things. If I didn't have the SendOutCards app on my phone, I would get in my car, I would drive to the store, I would have to pick out a card. The card would cost me $3.99, $4.99, $5.99, $6.99. It would not have my and Michelle's picture on it. I then would have to find a gift. I'd have to find the packaging. I would check out. I would get back in my car, drive to my local post office. And I don't know about your post office, but I always have to wait. Hands down, always have to wait. And then when I got up there to send it, they would make me, if it was a package, send it priority mail, which is $6.75 today. So between the card and the mail, I'm already over $10, and I don't even have the gift included. And with SendOutCards, it cost me about $10 to do it. It took me 2 to 3 minutes. Just think how long it would take me if I had to get in my car, go to the store, and go to the post office. An hour or more. That's the beauty of SendOutCards. Not just the price that we offer, but the time convenience and savings. That's why it's a great relationship building tool, because you can reach out in kindness, and it takes you a couple of minutes instead of an hour. Here's another example. This is a nice to meet you card I sent to Eric. I sent it to him about 1.5 years ago, ran into him a few months ago, and he still has it sitting on his desk. What I love about this card is I didn't write his name in there the 20 times. The system did it for you. So you can send a card to a group of people, and it will personalize, like a birthday card. So this was my birthday card. You can actually schedule your birthday cards up to 365 days in advance. So right now you could schedule all your cards for 2018. How cool would that be? And knowing that all your friends, family, and or clients would receive a birthday card from you. And then last, holiday cards, right? Traditional holiday. This is kind of a one-off holiday, St. Patty's Day. I was able to go into my system and in minutes create this card and send it to 317 people in my database. And each card went out with that person's name on it. Just think if I had to sit down and write out 317 cards and then address them. I'll tell you, I wouldn't do it because it would take me hours upon hours. And SendOutCards, I was able to do it in about 10 minutes. Again, the beauty and power of building relationships. But enough about me. I want to bring on our special guest. I love this guy. He is absolutely phenomenal. We met because of this business. His name is Matt Shorty Wells. He's an entrepreneur. Right? He dropped out of high school in 7th grade, went and worked as a valet at the local casinos, and then in his early 20s started flipping homes, and he flipped over 200 single-family homes until 2011. He grew up and is from Gulfport, Mississippi, but right now is residing in San Antonio selling roofs and building his SendOutCards business, and he is a senior manager in SendOutCards. So Matt, are you there?
Yes, ma'am. Can you hear me?
I can. So glad to have you on. So I know you're in the roofing business. You're using SendOutCards to build your business. Can you tell our listeners how you're using SendOutCards to build better relationships?
Yeah, well, first of all, I'm using it in my personal life a great deal. When I first saw the product, I was an entrepreneur already, and I immediately knew that this product was something that I wanted. Honestly, it sounds funny, but one of the things I was really excited about with SendOutCards was the contact manager. Prior to being a SendOutCards customer and having a SendOutCards account, I did not have one centralized place to put my world, birthdays, addresses, and anniversaries and things of that such. Now I have this SendOutCards account. That was one thing that got me really excited, was the fact that I could have all of my people in one centralized location. And I never have to worry about losing their address or birthdays and stuff like that. But I use it in my personal life. And of course I use it in my day job. I'm a door-to-door salesman. I knock on doors selling roofs, right? So I'll knock on a door, typically in the evening time, right about dinner time. So I could totally interrupt your dinner, right? But I'll knock on your door. And if you come out to the front porch and have a conversation with me, I'll say, hey, my name's Matt with Masterbuilt Contractors. I'm just out introducing myself. I want to ask you, have you picked out who you want to use to replace your roof? Anyway, if you give me a conversation at your doorstep after I just interrupted your dinner, at the end of the day, whoever I had a conversation with, any new prospects in my day job, in my door knocking job, I will make a card before I leave the neighborhood. In the car, on the app, on the phone, I'll make a card that says 3 sentences. Thanks for your time. It was a pleasure meeting you, and I look forward to the prospect of working for you. Matt. No solicitation or anything like that. And on the back of the card, of course, it's got the company that I work for, Masterbuilt Contractors logo on the back. So now when I follow up with them, it's just a relationship building thing. But I feel like I'm going on there. But the short answer is, I use it in my personal life just to celebrate people that I couldn't even begin to touch on in this conversation because it just made me a better person. The habit of sending out cards to people in my life and reaching out in kindness just for no reason at all, just for the sake of doing it. You can't describe that. You just got to get into it and start playing with it.
No, you can't. I just got this card this week from you from our trip to Vegas. We were just in Vegas, and this showed up in my mail from Matt. Isn't it awesome? And it's very simple. I have to read what you wrote. Okay, so yeah, just a very simple message. Absolutely made my day. And it has a photo, and I can frame it. Okay, so when you call these people back after you sent them the card, how's that conversation go? Because cold calling is not an easy thing to do. I've done it in my life. But what do they say when you call them up? Do they comment on the cards?
Sometimes they do. Yeah, I don't look for that, but absolutely. I do definitely get comments. Hey, I got your card. Thank you for that. It's if you want to stand out in your field, do something that others aren't doing. And we had a big hailstorm here in San Antonio, April 2016. Now, all of a sudden, I'm knocking on doors in neighborhoods with about another 20, 30 other roofers are also knocking on those doors, right? So now I'm getting conversations like, man, you're like the 20th person to come by here, blah, blah. And, I'll make a joke, be like, yeah, they're going to keep coming unless you let me put a sign in your yard, whatever. But now, I'm one of another name, facing the crowd to these homeowners now, right? Well, now I send them a card saying, of all the other 20 roofers that knocked on that homeowner's door, I guarantee you I'm the only one that sent them a card. Right. So when I follow up with them, everything is different. The rapport is just 6-7 clicks down the sales funnel by the time they get that card, because the rapport is just built that much more. I'm not a stranger, and I don't have to put anything about my company in the card. I love the fact that I can put that on the back. It's not a in-your-face solicitation, but my brand is in your house now.
Yeah. So what are you doing for the holidays? Since we talked about being simple, so how are you reaching out to people during this holiday season using this tool?
By sending cards, yes.
So are you going back
straight answer there.
Yeah, are you going back to your past clients, your family, friends?
Yeah, everybody that I had sold a roof to last year, they're all getting cards from me still. And here's an interesting point for you business owners and sales professionals. Technically speaking, we could say I have nothing to sell these homeowners, right? I've already sold them a roof. It's a 30-year roof. They don't need to buy another roof for a while unless another storm comes through, right? Why on earth would I send these past clients a couple cards a year just to say hello and all that, to maintain top of mind awareness, to let them know I still appreciate their business. And, I'm glad that we met. The business might've been the way we met, but I'm glad we met. But also it's going to help me maintain a top of mind awareness for them, people that they know need roofs still and all of that. So you just want to maintain a presence in people's homes. And by doing this, with your brand on the back is about the easiest way I've ever seen to do it.
Right. Your past customers are your best referral sources. So why wouldn't you take care of them? You've already built the relationship. So why not maintain it? And this is a perfect system for that. So I'm going to tell people how they can be part of Send Out Cards, but I am going to come back to you in a little bit and we're going to chat a little bit more. Awesome.
Sounds great.
Let me get back to our screen. So in Send Out Cards, we believe just become a user and use this amazing product. The type of user that you become is up to you. So our best pricing is this monthly preferred package. It's $39 a month and it loads 100 bonus points into your account. A standard greeting card is 3 points. Our first impression cards and our higher end cards are 5 points. So it's about 20 to 30 cards per month. It comes out to $1.17 plus the stamp for a standard card. If you don't use all your points in a given month, they roll over for 18 months. So you're building for holidays and special occasions. Or if it's December and you need additional points, you're locked in at that 39 cents a point. If you don't want a commitment like that, you can literally become a pay-as-you-go customer. You do pay a little bit more, 66 cents a point, so $1.98 plus the stamp for a regular card versus $1.17 in that monthly preferred. And I didn't mention, in our monthly preferred, there's no commitment. You can cancel your subscription at any time and continue to use the points you've already purchased. Now, most people get started with one of those, but if you want some additional features like the ability to brand the back of the cards, those first impression, the higher end cards that we showed you, pre-done cards for you like a 7-touch special occasion card or 5-touch business follow-up, and all you have to do is hit send, we have those in our bundles. Now, no, our bundles are one-time setup fees. They are not required, but if you want the bells and whistles, they are there. This is also how you can add your own signatures and your own handwritings. If you're not sure which package, if you just need to buy points or if you need a bundle, get back with the person who invited you onto this webinar or shared this Facebook Live with you, and they can help you determine what's best for your needs. Now, anyone can be a customer of SendOutCards, but if you're already thinking of people that you know that would use this, you may be interested in becoming a distributor and get paid to share SendOutCards with others. So to become a distributor, you pick what package you want, and then you add our $50 one-time distributor fee. That's a refundable fee, and then it has a $59 annual renewal. So SendOutCards is truly poised for massive growth. It is the holidays. Lots of people are going to hear about us. Millions of people are going to experience SendOutCards. And I know, Matt, this says in the next few years, but I truly believe in the next few months. SendOutCards is poised to become a worldwide household name. So I know that you're using SendOutCards in business, but I also know that you decided to add the distributor option and share SendOutCards with others. Why did you choose to do that?
Oh, this is the fun part of the conversation for me.
I love it.
So this is, all right, when I first discovered this profession of direct sales with a multi-level payout, I was a full-time house flipper, like Callie told us a moment ago, right? That's all I did for a living was I bought and sold single-family houses. I wasn't doing apartments or anything like that. And I wasn't building a portfolio of rental property either. I was in and out and on to the next. And it was a great model compared to being an employee. The fact that I was owning my day, I woke up when I was done sleeping, you know, that kind of a thing. I worked when I wanted to, and I didn't work when I didn't want to. And if I wanted to take a week vacation and then decide to extend it for another week, I did without asking anybody for permission. So there was a lot of benefits to that, my life as a house flipper, right? But around 2008, in June of 2007, really, but by 2008, I realized that there was a really significant hole in my game, and that was that I did not have any residual income in what I was doing as a house flipper. It didn't matter how much money I could make on a flip. If I ever wanted another paycheck, I had best go back out into the marketplace and do it again, and you continue to leave home or continue to go out in effort to bring money in. What I love about what we're doing in SendOutCards is that we're building a book of business that is paying us month after month, whether we got it or not. That's where freedom lives, is in residual income, and found in that work once, get paid once model, right? So that's what my life looked like when I discovered this profession of direct sales network marketing. And I studied the profession for about 4 years in another company, and then health and wellness. And when I discovered SendOutCards from a product standpoint, I loved it. It made sense to me. I knew I needed to be a customer of it. And then I started looking more at the business side of it. And I recognized this company as having all the ingredients necessary to become a billion-dollar and beyond household name. I'm convinced SendOutCards is on the path to being a billion-dollar and beyond household name. And I just want to be a part of that. I just want to be part of the reason why that becomes true, you know, but it's such a simple thing to do that we get to simply, you know, Cody Bateman, the CEO and founder of the company, and all the amazing people at the corporate leadership, at the corporate offices, they do all the heavy lifting for us. All Callie and I and anybody else who wants to partake in this need do is simply come along and bring our passion to the game and go out there and spread the word and enjoy spreading kindness through greeting cards and gifts and helping others do the same. It's just a fun thing to be a part of. And now I'm in San Antonio, like Callie says, I'm selling roofs, knocking on doors, and I don't want to have to do that forever. So I'm building a SendOutCards business so that I can stop climbing ladders and stop jumping on roofs. That's awesome. A little bit of my thing.
Awesome. I absolutely love it. So I'm going to close out with one final slide for our guest. And I love this quote, Matt. It says, if someone offers you an amazing opportunity and you're not sure you can do it, say yes and then learn how to do it later. Say yes and learn how to do it later. And that advice from Sir Richard Branson, right? Founder of Virgin Atlantic, Virgin Galactic, the Virgin Group. And you may be looking at this saying, you know what? I don't know if I have the time. I don't know if I have the money. Well, what if you didn't have to say that anymore, right? This is a powerful tool to help you build relationships, to help you, if you're in business, increase sales and grow referrals. All you have to do is say yes and then learn how to do it later. And maybe you're looking at this thinking about, you know what, I know some people. Or maybe you're looking at and saying, I'm looking for a business. Well, say yes and then learn how to do it later, right? My late father once told me, he said, when everyone's walking one way, Callie, have the courage, turn around and walk the other way. And that's what I did when I saw SendOutCards. And I will tell you, it truly has made a difference in my life. This company has allowed me to own my life and get to spend time with those that I love. So get back with the person who invited you onto this webinar. Let them know if you have any questions. Don't leave here with questions. Go get your questions answered. And then let them know if you'd like to join us and send out cards, either as a customer, as a distributor. The choice is yours. But please let Matt and myself be the very first people to welcome you to send out cards. So thank you, everyone. Good night. Thank you, Matt. It was great having you on. And we'll see you all later. Bye, everyone. Thank you.
Thanks, Callie.
Bye.
Bye-bye.